Hey YouTube, it's RootTube here. Today I am dehydrating pumpkin. First things first. Hold on a second. Hey YouTube, it's RootTube here. Today I am dehydrating on pumpkin. And I learned that my oven will go down to 100 degrees, so I'm gonna do it in there with some other things. So first things first, I got me a pumpkin. Right? Then first things first. First thing I did, washed it with vinegar, dish soap. I used a scrub brush and some warm water because I want to make sure, or hope for the best, that there's no bacteria on the outside of this, so when I cut it open, it's not getting on the inside. Because I'm gonna do it on top. I'm gonna cook this on top of the stove before I dehydrate it. So first things first, the little nub, I'm gonna break it off without breaking anything. Then I'm gonna take a good knife and just try to cut it in half. This might not be that good of a knife, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I actually sharpened it. So first things first, get a good knife. Don't cut and or stab yourself or anybody around you. Jeez. Well, it's a good looking pumpkin. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Whew, I hate pumpkin. I do. I like pumpkin seeds. I don't like pumpkin. Then we're gonna use a spoon or whatever to clean the insides out. I'm not going to make you watch that, okay? I'm going to get these insides cleaned out, get them in a bowl so they don't get all over the house, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I got these cleaned, and now, because I don't want to dirty another knife, so I'm going to cut them in half. There we go. And I'm just gonna mark them up a little bit. I don't want to cut through the skin though. Because I am gonna steam these. I want to try to keep as much nutrition in them as I can. And I know a lot of fruits and or vegetables are better once, or they dehydrate easier once you cook them. In fact, a lot of them, they say they do everything. There's a couple things I don't. Celery I don't. Usually peppers I don't. But, I mean, everybody has the way they like to do things for a reason, whether it be valid or not. Well, yeah, I don't think I cut myself, but I did. Nope. Okay. As soon as I get these done, we're going to go into the kitchen, and I'm going to get the starting to go. There we go. Oh, not bad. Didn't cut it. Through it. Well, must have been a while since I've sharpened this knife then. But I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. I'm using my induction burner with my Copper Chef with the steamer tray on top. And I'm just gonna set these right there. Then I'm gonna get my water up to temperature and throw the lid on it. Hopefully it fits. Yep. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do this probably. It's been a long time since I've used this, so you might have to. 275 is okay. There we go. Usually I forget because I don't use it a whole lot. I forget about it. So I'm gonna let this go until the flesh is nice and cooked through. And then I'm gonna hopefully just take it right off, slide it right off the skin. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm just gonna do the same thing I do as always. I'll just keep checking it. When it's done, that's when I'll call it done. So I will be back in a little while. Okay, these have been cooking for quite a while. I just hit the off button, taking the lid off them. So they're nice and cooked through. Now I'm gonna let these cool down and before I do anything, because I'm gonna put them in the fridge because it's getting late and I don't want to stay up all night for them to dehydrate. Because like I said, I'm gonna use the oven. So I will be back in just a little bit. All right, these have cooled down enough where I can handle them. So whoops, take them out. Set them right here for a little bit. Let them cool down just a little bit more. I'm gonna take care of this and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just had to take care of that stuff. So this is falling apart, so I'm just gonna use, you could probably do it any way you want, really. But I don't want to dirty anything else, so I'm just gonna try to scrape the flesh off the skin like that. So I don't want to waste a whole lot. I want to make sure I get all the skin off. So just, there we go. All right, I'm gonna get this done, and then I'll be right back. All right, I got this all clean, and I want to make sure that I just get it nice and mushed up, and then I'm going to spread it out very thinly on a baking sheet, and then I'm going to put it on at 100 degrees in my oven. Now I'm not going to do this right now because it's kind of late, so I'm going to put this away and I'm going to do that in the morning. So I'll see you all then. Okay, I am back. Like I said, I'm doing this the next day. So I got myself down a pan, piece of parchment paper. I've let this heat up a little bit so it'll be easier to spread. And I'm just gonna put it all on that sheet. And then I'm going to try to flatten it out as much as I can, get it as thin as I can. This is going to be one of those things where I will be checking it from time to time, spreading it out a little bit more. Because chances are I'll get bored part of the way in between doing this right now and decided I'll just do a little bit more later. Because, okay, this is just time consuming, well, boring. Not even really that time consuming, but. So, get that done. All right, I'm gonna get my oven heated up to 100 degrees, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I just hit dehydrate, 100, and start. And let this warm up, which actually shouldn't take too long. So I'm gonna, actually, if you don't like it, I guess you could watch me throw them in the oven, but I don't know how exciting that is. Alright, this is up to temperature. So I'm just going to take my pumpkin, throw it in there. And I think I'm going to set my timer for probably about 3 hours because I'm sure it's going to take a while. So I will be back in a couple hours. I mean, I will come in. I'm not going to record it every time when I just come in and give it a peek though. Alright, I'm back. This has been going overnight, and it looks really good. I'm gonna gently, I'm gonna tear the paper, but I'm gonna, see, I'm gonna flip it over and let it go a little bit longer, because I want to make sure everything's bone dry. Now, I did turn this up yesterday to 115 for about 2 hours, then up to 130 for about 2 hours. And then when I was getting ready to go to bed, I dropped it back down to 100. So, just so you guys know that, because like I said, I wasn't going to record doing everything, or it would be a long video of more boring than normal. So we'll be back in a little bit. Right, I'm shutting this off. It should be very, very dry. Next thing, I'm gonna let it cool down, and then I'm gonna crunch it up into a powder. So I'll be back a little bit later. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm gonna use a food processor, mortar and pestle, coffee grinder, whatever you want to use. But I'm just gonna take little pieces of this off and dump it in here. Dried up really nicely. I mean, it did take quite a while, but it dried up really nicely. I probably will be doing it again, but I think the next time I do it, unless I can get pumpkins really cheap, I'll probably use the canned pumpkin, just the plain, no salt, sugar, or spices added. There we go. Okay. And now all I'm gonna do, oops, keep doing that until it becomes a powder. So I'm gonna stop for just a minute, so you don't have to just sit there and watch me pulse on that, and I'll be right back. Alright, when this gets to about where I want it, I'm literally just gonna let it sit here for a couple minutes, so when I open it up, I'm not sucking in all that powder. It's a good thing to remember if you're doing any kind of hot pepper. Back in a couple minutes. Okay, this isn't quite where I want it, but I think this is where it's gonna be for this, because I don't have any of my other grinders anymore. So if you know for a fact there's no moisture in it, you can go ahead and put it in a jar, but I say don't put a lid on it for a little while though. But you can just take whatever you had, spread it out a little bit. That way you can make sure it is bone dry. Like I said, this doesn't do as good with making powders as my Magic Bullet or anything like that did, but you can grind it up however you want. So I will be doing this again, like I said, but I'll probably be using canned because you saw how big that pumpkin was, and this is what I got. So everybody take it easy. Please like, subscribe, and share. And everybody take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy.